the Oscar goes to...
And the Oscar goes to...
And the Oscar goes to...
And the Oscar goes to... Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
The Oscar goes to Eddie Redmayne!
Casey Affleck, Manchester by the Sea.
Rami Malek.
Sandra Bullock on The Blind Side.
That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Hello, my lore lovers. It's Lindsay, aka November Pixie. Thanks for joining me today on another Top 5 Countdown. It goes without saying that I am obviously a huge fan of movies. I like all types of movies. I watch as many of them as I can. So, being such a huge fan of the movie and entertainment industry, I am a huge fan of the Oscars. And of course, I always have my favorite actor or actress to go home with the golden statue. However, there are many times that I just believe that the Academy simply gets it wrong. Sometimes there's an actor or an actress who just deserves to be recognized for a truly great performance, and they get overshadowed for something else, and these decisions are always just really heartbreaking to me when a great performance is outdone by somebody else. Now, I do want to say one thing before I start this countdown, that none of the performances on this list are bad, except for one, and I will get to that in my list. There is one of these performances on this list that I don't believe deserves any of the accolades that came with winning. Without further ado, here is my top 5 countdown for actor or actresses that were robbed at the Oscars. Number 5, 2019, Taron Egerton, Rocketman, lost to Rami Malek, Bohemian Rhapsody. All right, I hear you. Taron wasn't even nominated. That's the point that I'm making when it comes to the life and legacy of Elton John. Rocketman was just beautifully done. They stayed pretty accurate to the story about Elton's upbringing, his over-the-top personality, and just how he affected music in general. And they did just an amazing job. Finding someone to play the over-the-top eccentric Elton John was a very tall order. He had to have an amazing voice, and he just had to have that fearless personality. And Taron Egerton nailed it. He absolutely killed it. But I loved almost everything about Rocketman. I think it deserved much more accolades. It deserved all of the highlights that Bohemian Rhapsody got. Now, I will say this about Bohemian Rhapsody. Rami Malek's performance as Freddie Mercury, he didn't do a bad job. He did very well with the script that he was given, and he gave a very convincing performance as Freddie Mercury. Again, finding somebody to match the over-the-top personality of Freddie Mercury is a very tall order. So Remy didn't do a bad job, but I just was heartbroken that Taron Egerton didn't even get nominated for his performance as Elton John in Rocketman. So rather than saying that he was robbed by Rami Malek, he was just robbed by the Academy in general.
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside.
Number 4, 2020, Leonardo DiCaprio, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, lost to Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Okay, let's get one thing straight. Joker was a very good movie. It was very well done, and I do think Joaquin did a great job. And as a DC fan, I'm always wanting the best for DC Comics and their characters, because sometimes when it's put into the wrong hands, we get this. Someday I will get to how to fix Birds of Prey. But regardless, I always want DC movies to do well because I really like DC. However, people need to settle down when it comes to Joker. Again, the movie is not bad. Joker is such a mysterious character, so it was nice to see him get a well-done movie. People are talking about Joaquin's portrayal as one of the best Joker. Excuse me? Have you heard of Heath Ledger? Have you heard of Jack Nicholson? We're not going to talk about Jared Leto. That's pretty low-hanging fruit. Again, Joaquin's performance wasn't bad. It was, you know, it was very well done. But to be honest, I really didn't see anything earth-shattering in there.
You want to tell it to me?
But I still just don't think this performance was Oscar worthy. However, when you look at Leo's performance in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I just think that that is so much better. He goes through a wide range of emotions, and he has proven himself that he is a very talented actor.
What was that? Jesus Christ!
You don't get these lines right, I'm gonna blow your brains out tonight. All right?
I'm practically crying and I haven't even read it.
About 15 years you'll be living it.
What?
I know it's hard to feel bad for Leo because he already won an Oscar, but after his performance in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, he was definitely robbed at the Oscars by Joaquin. Number 3, 2015, Bradley Cooper, American Sniper, lost to Eddie Redmayne, Theory of Everything. Okay, portraying Stephen Hawking, very, very difficult, especially when it comes to portraying. He got everything right down to the mannerisms and the voice and everything. However, Bradley Cooper, this was one of the most heartbreaking things I've ever seen because his performance as Chris Kyle in American Sniper, and this scene gets me every time.
I guess I just needed a minute.
The kids are dying to see you. It's been 9 months.
I'm coming home.
You all right?
I could do an entire list about how many times Bradley Cooper has been robbed at the Oscars. I want him to win so badly, and I never wanted him to win more than with American Sniper. Bradley was definitely robbed by Eddie Redmayne.
I'm ready to come home, baby.
Number 2, 2017, James McAvoy for Split, lost to Casey Affleck, Manchester by the Sea. I know, I hear you, my lore lovers. James McAvoy wasn't even nominated for this. Again, same as Taron Egerton, that's the point. The fact that McAvoy wasn't even nominated for his performance is a sign that the Academy lost its freaking mind. Manchester by the Sea is kind of one of those movies that if you're already up in your feelings, like, don't watch Manchester by the Sea. And Casey did do a great job, and he's showing his range as an actor. He is very good. Yeah, remember when saying M. Night Shyamalan is directing your movie, that actually meant that you'd see something like this?
I want to tell you my secret now. I see dead people.
He then followed those movies up with 2 of my personal favorites. I know a lot of people don't like Signs or The Village. It's just IMHO. You know, my opinion, I really like those 2 films. I always thought M. Night couldn't do any wrong. Yeah, he thought he couldn't do any wrong. So after all of those terrible films in his filmography, I was really not looking forward to Split. However, oh my God, like, Split was incredible. I don't know how McAvoy escaped being nominated. McAvoy just literally dissolves into all of these different personalities. He puts a different spin on them, from his voice, his mannerisms, everything changed. He's not just playing a part. He really became all the different personalities in this movie. The only thing I hated about this otherwise incredible movie is that M. Night had to jump on the bandwagon of creating a cinematic universe. Ugh, he tied it into one of the most boring superhero movies I've ever seen.
131 people died so you could finally understand the destiny for which you were born.
And a film that was absolute garbage.
What do we call you, sir? First name, Mr. Last name, Glass.
Again, again, the best part about Glass was actually just watching McAvoy once again kill it with all of his multiple personalities.
I'm very much in favor of Kevin's reemergence, and yet I find myself in a goddamn prison cell. Por favor, señora. Ellos creen que es justo. No es justo hacer daño. You can't beat the beast. You don't think you can beat the beast, does he?
He is guarded, isn't he? He can't get out.
So I believe McAvoy was not robbed by Casey Affleck. He was robbed by the Academy.
Someone's coming for you, and you're not gonna.
So before I go to my number one choice, here is a couple dishonorable mentions.
Showed you the mop? Who sold it to you? Who taught you how to use it? And who convinced you that it was great after you thought it was worthless?
Brie Larson, room.
Thank you. Thank you first to the Academy.
A little appreciation. Do you know how easy this is for me? Do you have any idea how easy this is? This is a joke. And I'm sorry you can't do this. I really am, because I wouldn't have to sit here and watch you fumble around and up.
Jack Nicholson and as good as it gets.
Thank you very much, the members of the Academy, for this, and I
picked up a Kaiser blade that is sitting there by the screen door. Some folks call it a sling blade. I call it a Kaiser blade. It's kind of a long wood handle.
Jeffrey Rush and Shine.
I want to thank the members of the Academy.
If you'd like to work here as a broker, would you like that, Chris?
Yes, sir.
Was it as easy as it looked?
No, sir. No, sir, it wasn't.
And the Oscar goes to Forrest Whitaker in The Last King of Scotland.
Okay, take it.
Please, Bo. Don't put that thing. I was afraid of the dog.
And the Oscar goes to Michael Caine in The Cider House Rules.
And if ever there was a category where the Oscar goes to someone without there being a winner, it's this one, because I do not feel like being a winner.
Number one, 2010, Meryl Streep for Julia lost to Sandra Bullock in The Blind Side. Okay, remember I said that there was one on my list that didn't give a good performance at all? Yeah, that's Sandra Bullock, The Blind Side. Was it heartwarming? Sure, I'll give you that. Turning a homeless kid into a professional football player, very uplifting story. I love good sports movies. I love Rudy. I love Remember the Titans. I love just seeing, people put aside their differences and coming together with sports. I'm a big sports fan. However, The Blind Side is so freaking cheesy. It's covered in so much sugar. I just want to throw up.
I think what you're doing is so great. Honey, you're changing that boy's life. No. He's changing mine.
You knew Sandra was gonna say something. Who really rescued who? We're supposed to be teaching him, but he's teaching us. And oh my God, Sandra Bullock. She should never do a Southern accent.
I'm just asking. Let me tell you something, all right? We have been sitting around here for over an hour, and when I look around, all I see are people shooting the bull and drinking coffee.
I'm sorry. Leanne Tooley can stand on a stack of Bibles and swear to high heaven that this is the way the scene really happened.
No, you hear me, bitch. You threaten my son. You threaten me. You so much as cross into downtown, you will be sorry. I'm in a prayer group with the DA. I'm a member of the NRA, and I'm always packing.
I don't buy it. I don't buy a white woman in a $200 dress driving a BMW is gonna go into a Memphis ghetto and straight up talk to these men like that, and she escapes without a scratch. I don't buy it whatsoever. But what can I say? When she first saw this scene...
Do you have any place to stay tonight? Don't you dare lie to me.
Even she said that...
Did it happen like that?
Almost. There was a few artistic liberties taken in that scene.
And so I guarantee you she did not walk into a Memphis ghetto and pull that garbage. Okay, now that I've gotten it all out about how much I hated Sandra Bullock in The Blind Side. Okay, that's my opinion. I didn't like Sandra Bullock in The Blind Side. To be honest, I don't really like Sandra Bullock, but that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about the woman that she stole. She stole the Oscar from. I know it's so hard to feel bad for Meryl Streep. She's the golden goddess of Hollywood. She's what every young actress strives to be. She's an incredible actress, so I know it's hard to feel bad for her. Meryl Streep became Julia Child. Don't believe me? Check out this clip.
Flip anything. You've just got to have the courage of your convictions.
When you flip anything, you just have to have the courage of your convictions, particularly if it's sort of a loose mass like this.
Especially if it's a loose sort of mass like, oh, that didn't go very well.
Well, that didn't go very well. See, when I flipped it, I didn't have the courage to do it the way I should have.
The way I should have. But you can always put it together. And you alone in the kitchen, who's to see?
But you can always pick it up, and if you're alone in the kitchen, who is going to see?
So I'm sorry, to give Sandra Bullock with her southern fried accent and her bleach blonde hair, that was one of the biggest mistakes. The Academy got it wrong. Again, Blind Side, it's just uplifting, and the real life Tooley family are saints. I think all of that stuff is great, but to say Sandra Bullock gave an Oscar-worthy performance, wrong! She literally stole the Oscar from Meryl Streep. She just, once again, the decision solely lies with the Academy. So it's not necessarily these actors' fault, so don't go jumping in my comment section. I get it. So that's my list. What do you think? Do you have a list of any actor or actress or even movie itself that should have gone home with the golden statue? Let me know in the comment section below. If you do like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. That helps out a lot. I've also started a brand new series that's going to be on my channel. It's called Heated Debates. I'm going to take some of the most heated debates in movie, television, and entertainment history, and I am going to fire the first shot on the heated debates that you might be too scared to start. The very first episode of Heated Debates is The Nightmare Before Christmas is not a Christmas movie. I'm not afraid to say it. Check it out right up there, and just go peruse some of the other videos on my channel, such as Can I Fix It, Victim of Franchise, and of course more top 5 countdowns. Is there another subject that you would like to discuss with me? Leave them in the comment section below. You can also follow me on all the major forms of social media. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I recently signed up for Discord, so you can follow me there as well. And if you do like what I do on this channel, sprinkle a little pixie dust over that subscribe button. Until next time, wishing you peace, love, and pixie dust. Bye now.